Good morning everyone, so welcome to the National Chung Chung online class. Today is lesson 4, Authentication and Access Control. In the course Introduction to Security, I'm Van-Linh from the Department of Computer Science and Information Engineering. So today I will introduce you about the 4 parts about the PKI and Access Network and Authentication, Biometric Authentication and Multi-Factor Authentication, and the last one we will introduce how we can imagine in the future about the Rule ID and in era of no passwords. Okay, so the first I will introduce about public key infrastructure or PKI. Mostly I often say PKI. That's the indicate about the public keys management system in practice. So the basic question, the last lesson we already mentioned about the cryptography, but the key question, how one service on the internet can know the service user is you, not from the other. Like can identify the one that uses the service is come from the one specific person. So how they can use us? How they can know? It's similar like the police officer can check your national ID or check your ID can know that is you. It's from yours. It's not from the other. So that's similar on the internet. So you need to have a mechanism to verify or to identify you or the other kind of identity. Yeah. So here is kind of public key, the infrastructure, the PKI. So the goal for this kind of mechanism, they just for identity, the verification or authentication on the internet. For example, the one of user, you can see in the one example in the screen. One user want to register, his identity to the registration authority, and registration authority just verify and make sure it's from that user. So if it's okay, so you can send to the certificate authority, and certificate authority just issue digital certificate to the user, and from now on the user can use that digital certificate to sign the documents or to sign the email and everything. So the validation authority, after they check that document with the signature, so you can see that from the user or from the other. So that is, I would say, the PKI just from the infrastructure or the framework try to issue the digital certificate or validate it after the receipt. So this mechanism I think is quite popular in practice. And here is some summarize several the core. The authority, like a certificate authority, try to issue, store, or sign the digital certificate. Central or repository certificate management, they can manage, how to access the digital certificate and issue to the owner. And certificates validation, they can try to verify some, if they can get the kind of already signed document from the user. Make sure the digital certificate is issued, or after they can revoke if they think that kind of user try to abuse that kind of certificate for a kind of illegal purpose. So this is kind of how the PKI key generation and revocation look. So first time the key pair will generate, certificate issue, and if the key pair is used, so they can have a kind of limited time or kind of certificate expired time. If have no expiry time, so they can use for document or application. If the privacy key is compromised, so they just revoke. Yeah, they got a certificate revoked. And here is the kind of you can see in practice digital certificate. I just extract from the one email I got. So you can see digital certificate or X509 certificate is one of electrical identification and try to identify one person. So this is valid for a specific time, okay? This certificate, for example, 5 years or 2 years. You can see in the right side. Your right side is one of certificate information from the national science and technology. One person and just have a two years. Yeah, 2 years. And PKI, they can manage this life cycle for digital certificates. They can renew. And the one thing, digital certificate is similar to the national ID. So please keep it carefully. Okay, do not give it for the other. Similar to the national ID. And the one question, where we do use PKI and digital certificates? Email, sign the digital documents, online banking, secure network banking? My answer is we use this kind of application. So we use this PKI in every kind of online services. So that's quite important. If this kind of services require to identify your specific person, not the other. Of course, when you go to the internet, sometimes you just browse go to the web browse and browse some information. Maybe it's not required, but in business, maybe it require. Every email, every digital document need to sign with your name. Yeah, your name. So PKI or digital certificate, that's built for this kind of specific. So you can see here is certificate store in our window. You can type a search and in the search, and you can see the manage in the computer certificate. You can see, and in the right side they can show the detail, the certificate store in our local computer. Remember, click to the trusted root certificate. Okay, you can see the list of digital certificates provider. And the expiry date, yeah, you can see expiry date. They do about 10 years, yeah, 10 years or about maybe 15. Yeah, they can provide very many kind of certificate. And okay, just summary for our part. So digital certificate is too important because that is a kind of personal identity for on the internet to identify that's you, not the other. It's kind of very similar like a national ID or card can help you to withdraw the money or go to police checking, security clearance, and use everywhere. So digital certificate is similar. You can use to the many kind of enterprise services on the internet. And PKI is a kind of system to issue, manage, and revoke digital certificates efficiently. Okay, so just have connection together. And PKI and digital certificate is kind of essential to many online service. And I would say currently in the government, especially in government and big tech companies, they use the digital certificate for every employee. Yeah, for every employee or staff. So when the one staff in governments, even agency, for example, for the Ministry of Education, when they send out every document, so their email will be attached with the digital certificate for that employee or staff. So the other just got that email, they will know that come from that staff with specific name. So that is maintain a kind of more trust or kind of more reliable, right? So PKI and digital certificate, that is very vital to the many kind of services. So I hope today the part of lesson you can understand what is PKI, what is digital certificate, and how it's looked in practice and where they use. Okay, thank you everyone. See you next lesson. Yeah.